Hi everyone, I'm Donna Stellhorn, your practical astrologer, and today we are talking about the lunar eclipse. It's on March 13 or March 14, depending on the time zone you are, so it's around midnight. And in this chart, the sun makes a conjunction with Saturn. Additionally, Mercury is going to go retrograde on March 14 or March 15, depending on your time zone. Again, it's around midnight. So what does this all mean for you? That's what we're going to talk about. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. Just to let you know what we're going to be doing, we're going to do a short overview, and then we're going to look at your sign in particular. We'll talk about love and then money. And so if you haven't already, please subscribe. And by the way, if you want a PDF of your chart so you can follow along on these videos, then reach out to me. There's a link in the description and I will send you that PDF. So for this lunar eclipse, there's definitely an emphasis on letting go of something. And ideally, that would be fears, worries, insecurities, doubts. And then it's also about embracing that Sun-Saturn connection. And that is about grit and determination. When we put the Sun and Saturn together in Pisces, it's almost like creating a spiritual path for yourself, just like the spiritual masters of old, where they let go of certain things in their lives so that they would have an uninterrupted journey towards spiritual enlightenment. So this particular lunar eclipse is at 23 degrees of Virgo, and all eclipses close doors, and so this is closing the door on some Virgo aspect of your life. Now, it's usually that you wished for this, that you were hoping that some part of your life would change, and now the universe is fulfilling that request, even though this may not feel like the timing is right, or that you have it in the budget, or that it is unfolding like you envisioned. Now, this full moon / eclipse is opposite the Sun and Saturn. And the best way to deal with Saturn is to lean in and to work hard and to have grit and determination and to set the bar very high for yourself and then strive to get over that bar, exceed the expectations, and then Saturn is your friend. So this Sun and Saturn in Pisces is asking us to take a holistic view of our life and to treat our lives with respect and reverence. And that is to treat your body like a temple and give your mind the time and the space to think its own thoughts, to be kind to yourself, to do the things that will help you live in the present and feel better, and that will radiate outward to your community. And so that means that you're going to feel better, more prosperous, healthier, happier, and everyone around you will as well. Okay, Pisces, this is a Virgo eclipse, and the sign of Virgo is opposite Pisces, and this is the first of the Pisces-Virgo eclipses that we're going to be having over the next 18 months. And so you can actually go back in time. If you looked 9 years ago, you would see some of the changes that could be happening during this time. Of course, now you are wiser, you are more experienced, you are older, so you know that you can handle this much better. But there could be some similar energies, especially around relationships and connections with friends, business partners, and things like that. So this is the first eclipse in the series, and it is asking you to look at your different relationships that you have in your life and kind of give them a little health check to see if they are still thriving, if you are benefiting from the relationship, if the other person's benefiting from the relationship. And it doesn't mean that breakups or things like that could happen at this time. It's more that you are starting to think about which relationships are solid, which need some change, and which are a kind of dissolving and you just need to let that person go. Again, this may take place over an 18-month period. This specific eclipse, having the Saturn and Sun in your own sign, that is more about how you're taking care of yourself, what you're doing to support yourself physically. You know, our physical self is wanting to survive the earth. Our spirit is eternal. And so here we have an opportunity for you to look at your physical self with respect, with reverence, to say, how am I taking care of myself? And that includes not just how you eat or exercise, but the thoughts you take in, the information you take in, the people that you hang out with, the energy that's around you. So this eclipse brings this energy of taking better care of yourself because you're paying attention to you, because you're looking at what you need and making adjustments in your life so that you can put yourself in a situation where you get it. Now, when it comes to love relationships, specifically new love, the moon is opposite the Neptune. So that is an opportunity to come together with somebody new. And because this whole eclipse series is going to be about relationships, it's very likely that you could meet somebody new for a love relationship over this 18-month period, but specifically in this 2-week period, you're doing some good energy for it. Now, meeting someone on an eclipse is rather intense, and that can bring two people together because of extreme situations going on in their lives. Like you didn't know this coworker before, but now you're working on a project together, or you get a new neighbor, or you bump into someone literally, and so because you spilled their coffee, now you're talking. So this is a time where you could meet someone and have a love relationship. Now, when it comes to existing love relationships, you do still have a lot of energy because the eclipse is taking place in these houses. However, Mercury is not making an aspect with Neptune. And then I'm going to say however again because Mercury is retrograde, and so it will go from Aries back into Pisces and sit on that Neptune. So the two of you may be feeling that you've been out of sync for a while, and now the eclipse energy is kind of, shaking things up, asking the two of you to come together to support each other because there are things going on in the world where you'd be better off as a united front. Now, you may not be able to pull it together quite yet because Mercury is retrograde. That can bring up some old hurts and things like that need to be discussed. But as you do and clear those, I think that you will come together more in harmony, more in sync. It'll probably be outside this 2-week period. So you'll have to be conscious about how you are with each other during this 2 weeks, because eclipse times can be challenging for people. People take the energy different ways. Some people, and Pisces in particular, can be quite adventurous and, kind of like, because you guys understand that, the universe keeps turning and opportunities come and go. So, but if your partner is not in that mindset, this would be a time where you are understanding that they may be a little stressed because of things going on in the world. And they see you as floating along and okay, and then they can join you in that boat. And if you would like to know more about what is up for you in 2025 and 2026, I do readings. There's a link in the description. Now, when it comes to your money, Mars is in your area of risk-taking and creativity, and with all of the disruption going on in the world, this is a ripe time for having ideas, because most businesses and money-making opportunities come by solving other people's problems, and other people are voicing their problems quite loudly now. So that's why we see so many businesses are built during difficult times, as so many people become wealthy during times that are characterized by disruption. So this is a time to maybe turn off some of the voices that are in the world so that you can just hear the music of the universe and start to ask yourself the questions of what's a problem that I can solve and how can I make money solving that problem. So your money-making abilities are very strong right now. So you need only to kind of focus in on your talent of listening to the universe. Now, when it comes to money from business or from investments, Venus is not making an aspect with Mars. However, Venus is in Aries, and Aries is ruled by Mars, and so therefore there's a hidden connection. And that means that the money is there. It may not be so obvious. It's possible that you're selling something to someone and then they want to buy something else, or someone unexpected pops up and says, I want to buy it, or that you find some interesting investments because you went to a different type of investment meeting. But there is money opportunities because of that hidden aspect, so you could make some more money than usual over the next 2 weeks. And then when it comes to money derived from career, and that's a paycheck, Mars is making a trine to Saturn, which is very good. I mean, that's the best aspect that you can have, and that says that you could get more money from your job. Now, this is where I do want to say that sometimes your individual circumstances would say don't ask for the raise right now, and that is if your company is going through a disruptive phase, if the structure of your company seems unstable, if there's so many changes going on, then you would use this energy just to find another job, which you could because this energy is so positive. However, if your company is stable, even if they are letting some people go, you could then find your way to a better position and more money because of this positive energy. So one of your special talents, your superpowers, is your intuition. So you need to get into the mindset of reading what's going on in your company to see if this is the right time to be asking. And once you activate that ability that you have to read the room, basically, then you'll know if this is the right time to ask, or if you want to wait, as this energy still will line up very good in the future. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Consider signing up for my newsletter where I talk about astrological happenings every week. And if you would like to know personally what is up for you in 2025 and 2026, I do readings. There's a link in the description, and I will see you in the next video.